Happy New Year 2016. This is Vaidya Priyanka from AUMcuisine. What have you told yourself this year? Better nutrition, better taste, perhaps you're going to try something new. Perhaps you're going meatless on Mondays, perhaps you are going to be on your vegan journey and maybe you're losing weight, getting shinier hair, better eyesight, perhaps even more intelligence, all because of your food. Well, after all, you are what you eat, and we are here to support you every step of that journey. Every single week, new recipes right here on AUMcuisine. Good morning and welcome to another episode of AUMcuisine, authentic, universal, meditative. I'm going to make you one of my favorite breakfasts this morning. It's called the apple cinnamon oatmeal. We're going to start with a really hot pan. I'm going to put in some coconut oil. So in that coconut oil, I'm going to be adding some cut up pieces of apple. I'm sure all of you have heard the old Welsh proverb that goes, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. My brother always said if the doctor is good looking, you should keep the apple away. But then so many times I've always wondered, what is up with apples? Why is it such a nutritional powerhouse? Why is it that incorporating just one apple can do all of these things? It's an excellent source of dietary fiber, also very good with apple pectin, so it takes care of your GI tract in a very healthy way. It also fills you up for very little calories and it's supremely nutritious. So the coconut oil here has some medium chain fatty acids, which is really good with roasting up the apples. I'm going to be adding some cinnamon. Cinnamon is not just good for making a very good apple pie. Of course, it is the flavor of the season, but it is also very good in regulating your blood sugar levels. It's very, very good for metabolism as well. And I always believe that when you create flavors with a lot of visual interest and tapestry of flavors, then breakfast is not just a boring task. It becomes an occasion to celebrate. So we're going to be adding some ginger in there. Ginger is a natural anti-inflammatory, so it's very good for the joints to keep them moving. And to this, I'm going to be adding a little bit of almond milk, just to soften up the process. And to that, maybe a teeny weeny bit, maybe I would say 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. That's warming up and softening up really well. To that, I'm going to be adding just about half or even 1/4 teaspoon of agave nectar, good on the low glycemic index. It's very important to get good quality agave nectar. I like blue agave nectar, and unfortunately agave nectar has been receiving a lot of bad press lately. But I think if you find a good source which is organic and everything, you'll be good to go. So it's really like getting softened up like an apple pie. Really love it. So over here I have some oatmeal that is partially cooked with some hot water. And right here, what I'm going to do is just allow this apple medley, which is not cooked completely through, but just enough to get to know the oatmeal. And to this, I'm going to be adding a little bit more of the almond milk. Everybody in my house loves their oatmeal creamy. Nobody wants to use oatmeal as a weapon of mass destruction, to be hurled at somebody, correct? So we want it to be smooth. It is a very hearty meal, and oatmeal is very, very good to make sure your cholesterol numbers look all happy and mighty. So it's really lovely. Get that going. And our breakfast is done. So I'm going to plate up when we come back and then have a really good taste test to start off a phenomenal morning. So it's time to serve up the oatmeal. I must tell you, Many times people are like, oh, I don't feel hungry till 11 o'clock in the morning. That's because you haven't trained your body to feel hungry until 11 o'clock in the morning, which is not really healthy at all. Your breakfast is the most important meal of the day, not necessarily the largest. According to Ayurveda, breakfast is the second largest meal of the day, lunch being largest. And it's really important to understand that your body has really been fasting the whole night. So to kickstart your metabolism, you really want to have a really hearty breakfast. And like they say in the Zen custom, you have to eat, things which fit in the palm of your hand. So I'm going to be adding some chia seeds. What I love about chia seeds is that pretty much all the fat that is in chia seeds is actually just fiber. And it's a great source of vegetarian omega-3s, which are really good for your high density lipoprotein, your HDL or your happy cholesterol to do really well. And more than anything else, it reminds me of a pearl tea. It has that little texture, which is really nice. It also has plenty of visual interest, which is wonderful. And all you have to do is when you set your oatmeal up to a boil, you just soak some chia seeds and allow them to plump up. So absolutely delicious for you. I'm a little bit good on the creamy side. I really like a little bit more almond milk in my oatmeal. I don't like things very sweet in the morning, but a lot of people do. So this is a really good thing of choice. We have recently been introduced to this. It is a very organic product made by ginger people, and it's just a straight up ginger syrup made very well. So now for the taste test. To me, it is very comforting. It's like getting a big hug from your mom, who you probably don't have the opportunity of seeing every morning just because she lives so far away. Mine does, but definitely the oatmeal reminds me of her. To wonderful breakfasts and a great beginning to a phenomenal day. Until we meet again, this is Vaidya Priyanka.